Warning, viewer discretion is advised. Some of the jokes you will hear on this podcast will be offensive to some people. None of these jokes reflect our real opinions or views. Please enjoy, and as always, thank you for supporting by giving us a listen.
Welcome to SKUMCAST.
Hey! Part 2, Episode 10. Connor's here. He's sponsoring.
What's up, guys?
We're sponsored by him. Sorry.
That's right.
Sorry, Connor. Please don't lose. I don't want to
We all
lose you.
sponsor each other.
We can sponsor the world.
We actually did a blood pact before doing this podcast.
Yes.
We did what?
We're a family now.
We are a family. Everyone that comes on this
Tom
podcast
Sawyer
is a family.
this bitch?
Tom Sawyer.
Wait, I'll explain this one.
You're my Huckleberry.
You don't remember that? Tom Sawyer, the story of Tom Sawyer. He fucking...
I know the Rush
He did
song.
a blood pact with his best friend, Huckleberry Finn.
Oh, yes, we did.
Oh, the only blood pact I know is from it. That's about it. The little kids, you know.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's hot.
Oh, it's well, I'm not gonna go there.
All right. So who was it? Your first show, Eddie? Was our first show?
No, it was Bishop's.
It's probably mine.
That was your first show.
That was my first actual show, yeah.
Cool. How'd you feel?
So just for context, everyone who doesn't know, we actually played a show with Dead World Reclamation. They were headlining when we were the opener, and it was our first show in the Phoenix metro area, so that was very exciting.
And by the way, Connor is the vocalist of Dead World, because we forgot to...
By the way, Jake
No,
is
we
the
said that in
guitarist
the
of
first part.
Forsaken
No.
Scum.
Well,
Yeah, we did.
We didn't mention it.
Yeah, we did. That was
All I
the
asked
intro.
was what was his real job, and then he was like, I scream for some band
No,
called
he
Dead
said
World
that.
Reclamation. Oh, you did say
Yeah,
that?
I actually
Oh,
did say
okay.
that. I forgot about that.
Oh, I forgot about it too.
Oh yeah.
Who's stoned here?
Me.
Jinx, you guys all owe me a Coke.
Yeah.
You owe me a tug.
A ton?
A tug.
Oh, we're going that way. But anyways, yeah, it was pretty much it was pretty much my first show.
Cool.
Oh, that was
Oh,
buddy.
How'd you feel?
Dude, I felt so horny.
So
I was extremely nervous, but I tried to like duke it out as much as possible. Like at some points, I think I forgot to tell you too. Like I felt like I don't know. It's like you get that experience of like thinking, oh, these people are gonna hear your mistakes when really they won't. Only you will. So every time I was like making a mistake or whatever, I just had to keep telling myself, I'm like, oh, these guys don't know what's going on. Only I know what's going on. So I'd have to keep telling myself that. Otherwise, I felt like I was going to pass out. And then I had to, like, start breathing.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, and I had to start breathing normally, and then I was, like, back in it, basically.
Yeah, dude.
But I am used to doing things in front of people.
Yeah.
I've never played music in front of people.
Yeah, it's different when you perform.
Yeah.
There's one thing to talk in front of people, which I'm also, like, not very good at. But
I love it.
But like performing in front of someone is different because that's your passion. You know, you're doing something that you love or you want to like make.
You want to make love to.
You want to make love to.
Yeah.
You know. So, but I understand that, bro. Every show I get nervous. I get terribly nervous. But like the moment the intro hits, the heart's racing and shit. And then you start saying something, and then people start reacting to you. Once you get the reaction and shit, the good reaction, the cheers, like, all right, it's on. And you and then once I get that first scream out too, that's when it kind of starts. I kind of block out everything and just do what I do.
That's
at least to the best of my ability. Yeah.
Exact same way for me.
Yep.
So like this show wasn't my first show, but it was my first show as a frontman, as a vocalist. So I was a drummer first.
Nice.
And I filled in a couple times for Starcross. My cousin Aaron is the vocalist. So I filled in drums for a couple of their shows. So I did perform before, but I was never a vocalist. So that was pretty scary. But same thing is, honestly, it didn't hit me like leading up to the show, but when we got to the Nile is when it hit me. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
But the second my first scream went out, I was like, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
So
you kind of just get into like, you're like, okay, once that first scream comes out, you're like, okay, I've done this shit before. It's not my first time doing this shit. just do it like I always do and have fun with it, And once you get that crowd reaction too, once the crowd's behind your back, you get that kind of that feeling, that you get that secure kind of feeling. You're like, all right, they're fucking jamming this. They're here for a reason, obviously, to watch us perform. It's not like they're here to come laugh at us, so they're gonna have a good time, But yeah, I understand that the nerves are terrible. Fucking hate it. I wish I could just go out there like Anthony. I don't know if that dude has nerves at all, but that dude looks like he just walks out there and he's like, fuck it, I'm going for it, and he has the time of his life.
Yeah, he brings his kid on stage and he's just like, let's just make this a family event.
Yeah, let's make everyone cry. Yeah. I sure almost did. That was awesome.
Dude,
yeah, it was.
Dude, Anthony's always been a great performer, though. I remember him when he was playing in Hounds of Tindalos. You remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my freaking guitarist Dakota and Alex were in that band.
Yep, and then their dude, and what was it? The drummer from Hounds of Tindalos. I think he plays in Ocean Harvest now, actually.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, and it's really fucking dope because like I'm actually going to be playing with him at the Attila show on the 25th with Dead Echo, so that'll be fun.
Fuck yeah.
But honestly, like that first show, I felt so bad. Can I tell them about the first song? What happened?
I don't care.
Okay. Well, I felt really fucking bad because like, and I had a lot of anxiety about this because there was a situation where.
This is Corey's first band where he played above 110 BPM.
Shut the fuck up. 150. No, like I played in a lot of post-hardcore bands, and like usually they'll usually have their songs in around like the 120 to 140 BPM range, and then the occasionally 180, but it's really like 90, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But like I don't know, it was really interesting because I've always wanted to play in a band like this for years, like like the more traditional type styles, like thrash, actual death metal, you know what I mean? Like I never played in an actual like death metal band. It was always fucking post-hardcore or metalcore, you know what I mean? And like don't get me wrong, it's more so now my main genre of music, but this type of style I came from originally, and it was interesting just simply because like I've never had to perform like this before because the music that I play in this band is a lot more crowded than my previous work. Mm-hmm. So I was more nervous because this is not what I usually have played in my career. So I was really excited about it, but it was also just like, oh fuck, like I better be on my fucking A game for this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, I understand because same thing. I came from, so this is my second band. My first band was, it was like a metalcore pop punk band, and it was 2 vocalists. I don't know if any of you have heard of them. They're called Discovery of an Afterlife.
Yeah, actually,
Really?
I saw them play with Hazen once. That's
Cool, you probably saw me.
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
probably. Unless how recent was it?
You guys
years
played,
ago?
I don't remember. It was, I don't know. It was like a weird pop, like 2-person pop.
Yeah,
band
yeah. It was 2
headlining.
vocalists. It was me and another vocalist.
No, the headliner at that show though, it was
Oh.
like this 2-piece. It was like almost like a pop. No, 3-piece.
Oh,
You remember that? Who's that headliner?
Was that at Rebel?
Yeah.
That was like the guy's name was like Spence or something like that. I think.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that. Oh man, that was at Rebel. I remember that. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. You guys were sick. You guys were
Yeah,
really
we
fucking
were a
sick.
good little pop punk metal core band, but like it wasn't what I wanted to play. I wanted to play death metal. My vocals, plus I love the genre more, and plus I feel like my vocals were kind of too low and too kind of, I don't know, they felt like death metal vocals, so I really wanted to do that, and that's why I eventually left. But
Okay.
yeah, dude, I feel the same way because when I joined Dead World,
Very smart
opposite.
choice, by the way.
Thank
Very.
you. Yes, very smart choice. They're fucking insane. When I joined them, I was so intimidated, bro. I was like I went to the first audition like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why am I here? Like not because I was wasting my time, but more because I had heard their album that they already dropped, the Sentient, or I can't even remember what the album's called. I think it's Sentient. But they already dropped that, and I listened to that, and I was like, bro, this is death metal. This is fucking crazy. way like total 180 from what I was already doing. And I just remember going to that audition, and I was like, fuck, man, this is going to be scary. And I just gave it all I had. And my vocals have evolved so much since then. But Mark really vouched for me when I sent them that recording of me doing the first single that we dropped that I did with them. I sent them a little 30-second recording, and he was like, this guy's solid, So before my first show, they finally brought me in, and they were just like, hey, man, you want to be in the band? And I was just like, fuck yeah. I was so scared my first show, bro, with this band, because it was a whole nother scene. The scene I was in with Discovery was just, it was a pop punk scene. So, I mean, it wasn't crazy. There wasn't any, crazy moshing. Or it wasn't really like, like metalheads, Now I was playing death metal, and I was excited because that's what I wanted to do. But at the same time, I was like, all right, bro, this is a whole different game. It's like going from college to the NFL, in my opinion,
Agreed.
Just a whole nother tier of music playing. And luckily I have musicians that are fucking insane, and they can produce good music, and I'm lucky enough to be able to scream on top of it. So
bro, like
You're very appreciative.
oh dude, I love those guys. I'll listen to them like literally. There's a practice that we practiced right before the show, the day of the show. They all ran through it. I did half the set 'cause I didn't want to blow out my voice or anything. And I listened to them play the last 5 songs just all instrumentally, and I just was tripping balls. And I was like, I was looking at Andre and Dakota and Alex, and I was looking at their fingers and how fast they're moving and how they're picking. And I'm looking at Mark and how he's just fucking kicking and staying on rhythm and hitting all the. I'm just like, this is fucking insane, bro. It just blows me away, their musicianship. So that shit, it's fucking awesome that I get to be in a band with those kind of musicians,
like, honestly, dude, like, I've been watching like Andre and Mark for years. Actually, I remember back in the day when he was in Apparitions and Griffin was his original vocalist.
Yep.
Rest in peace. But no, like, dude, Mark has always been an insane fucking player. Same with Andre. And like I said, like, I've known those guys for like around like, I don't know, like 8 years at this point, like 8-9 years at this point. But for real though, like, I've seen them both perform, and they are both absolutely talented. So the fact that they picked you, like, dude, like, you're fucking amazing.
It's still like 3 years later, I'm still like, damn, bro, I'm in this band. That's fucking crazy. I don't feel like obviously I feel like a brother, and I'm part of the team and whatnot. But at the same time, it's like it's a weird like, I don't deserve it kind of thing, but I know I do deserve it. It's just one of those kind of feelings you have sometimes. You're like, it's just a really grateful feeling, like,
yeah.
These guys could have had any vocalist in the Valley, and they chose me out of all of them. So I felt like I really had to produce for them. So
You're being like one of those Instagram girls where they look super hot and they're like, oh, I don't think I look that good today. But they're fucking rocking.
No, seriously though. I mean, that's how I feel. I know that I'm a decent vocalist. I can get it done, But those guys are. I couldn't play the instruments they play if it took me 3 years of learning. They're fucking insane, bro.
So I got a question for you. So we were talking about nerves and stuff like that. What about the payoff? Like, you're talking about how you entered the band. Like, what about the first show you guys played, and you were able to get up there, and afterwards, what was that like for you?
Man, it was fucking awesome, because right after that, there was a guy, his name's Walter, and he had like a little podcast at that time, and they had their stand up for that show, and they were like commentating on all the bands and stuff, and we were the first one up. And when we got off, the guy was just like, I want to talk with you guys real quick. And I was just like, fuck yeah. And he sat us down, and they were just, praising us and telling us how good we were, and how, that was a fucking crazy opener, you guys are something different, and this and that. And that was just when I was like, damn, I might be in a band that's gonna be something, And slowly, over the last 3 years, we've kind of crept into this. We've kind of gained a following, and obviously, I mean, we're signed now, so we got some eyes on us, and it's just kind of still surreal. So,
dude, by the way, fucking congratulations!
Thank you, dude.
Yeah, man.
What was the name of that record label again?
Neck Twister.
Neck Twister.
Out of Belgium.
Belgium? Are you fucking serious?
Yeah,
That's
so
cool. That's
they're
pretty
a
sick.
European label. We can possibly get out there in the next 2 years and do some stuff. So
How'd they reach out to you, man?
I know Andre and Mark usually get those kind of emails, and they reached out to, I'm pretty sure Andre, or I think they reached out to Dead World in general. I can't remember exactly what source they used to reach us, but once they did, Andre started talking and getting into details with them, and it took us a little bit, like probably about a couple months, just kind of talking back and forth with them, and then we got to a deal that we liked and said, fuck it, let's do it.
No, honestly, like that's the way to go, because like I don't think a lot of people realize, like especially if you're not a musician, honestly, when it comes to artists, then when they're negotiating deals with record labels, like takes a really fucking long time. It's not like they just reach out and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna take it. Like, there's a lot of shit you gotta go over. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And luckily, I have Andre and Mark. I feel really safe with those dudes. They've been in it for a while, and they know how that industry works. And I'm confident with them. You know, kind of making those decisions, kind of being the judge and laying down the hammer of what's gonna happen. You know, so. I feel real confident behind those guys for sure. They're smart dudes. So.
No, honestly, like I can't I don't know. I still debate whether or not to just stay completely independent with either band. Like honestly, like especially with first. Like I don't know. How do you guys feel? Like I always go back.
I
and forth,
thought you were asking Connor. I was like,
I'm asking you guys. At this
how
point.
do I feel?
Like how you feel, because you know it's just like I like in my heart I would like a lot of this like kept off and kind of automated for us at one point. You know, because it's just like we can do so much in the day to day, but honestly, like if like I don't know, it's just like if I've been doing it for a while, like at some point I'd rather just have everything automated for me, and all I want to fucking do is play. You know what I mean?
It's hard because we also started our band as like a brand, in a way.
Yeah,
like,
we did.
because we have
Yeah, of
our
course.
music, we have our podcast, we have our videos that we would like to do, even though it's hard to keep up with all that shit. Because we have talents in different ways, and then also Forsaken Scum is not just a metal band, it's branching out to different genres as well, because you have your deathcore project, he has his trap metal, you have what is it, industrial? Post-hardcore, and then I have pop punk and rap, and it's like there's so many different things that we're trying to incorporate all into this, and like you even said it, there's a possible way we could run our own like concert.
Oh,
like,
I know
with,
that's
with like
sure.
our side projects.
I mean,
yeah.
independent definitely works, you know. You don't have to sign with a label. There's plenty of people that go independent or make their own label, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the trap metal and rap.
Yeah.
See, the
But-
thing is that like one thing is just like I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't talk. I don't know if I should be talking about this, but like my biggest thing I've always found is just honestly just money. Like it's always money. Like it's never your talent ever. It's just more so like just money is always the issue when it comes to like getting a band off the ground. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, I totally agree. It's all money. I mean, that's...
Sorry, did I get a little too serious here?
No, I mean, that's why people sign bands. They don't sign bad bands to make money, you know? I
Of
mean,
course. Well,
They're gonna... That's all...
Yeah, Corey,
that's-
we're a bad band.
No, not like that, not like that. Like, but like, you know, that's why their labels exist, to make money off of bands, you know? So...
Hey, it's money is this the issue everywhere, man.
It is.
Like, I mean, you can't make money off of like trying to be as technical as possible or trying to reach new things. You can do the same shit and make more money if you get the right audience. It's all about who you reach out to and stuff. So, I mean, that's why I like what we're doing, especially with reaching out to different genres, because we can attract different people.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
So we like, my thing with the pop punk is that's extremely nostalgic for me, and I take that serious with like, I love death metal and I love pop punk, but I don't like metalcore, even though metalcore is pop punk and metal put together. I hate metalcore, but I love pop punk, and it's like that's what I grew up with, and that's what I wanted to try and do, and I wanted to sound like old Blink-182, and that's what I would like to fulfill and try to do along with Forsaken Scum, because I also like making kick-ass riffs.
Yeah, see, I've always wanted to do other bands too, but the band I'm in is so physically tasking on my voice and my, you know, my core, and it takes a lot out of me screaming for an hour for 10 songs. I want to join another band, but it wouldn't be metal. It'd probably be something like reggae, or
Hell yeah.
I fucking love reggae, bro.
You're talking
Or reggae metal. Like, what's up
Reggae
the-
metal, like Skindred, bro.
Dude, that'd be dope.
I do have a question though. Isn't ska like a part of like kind of reggae?
Yeah, ska is it's like
like
a form. It's like a dance version of reggae.
Oh, okay.
Kinda.
I thought it was like combined punk with reggae.
It's ska is kind of like it's
Okay.
punk, it's like punk reggae, like Sublime would be
Oh, okay,
considered ska.
okay. That makes sense.
But yeah, reggae
could you
for
do
sure.
ska?
Ska would be fun as fuck, yeah.
Fucking, that's
With
awesome.
the
'cause,
trumpets
like,
and shit, bro.
yeah, dude, the trumpet.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Dude, the trumpets is what like finalizes it.
You ever see? Do you know what Revolution is?
No.
They're a reggae band. And they're great, and they have a trumpet player. And I saw him live and at the Mesa Amphitheater, and he went on a trumpet solo, bro. I was fucking.
It's fucking hype.
Vibing.
It's hype, man.
It is hype. Like I love Louis Armstrong, bro.
Ooh. Red roses to you. Red roses to you.
I did not expect that from Riker. That was great.
Oh god, Eddie,
No, I
does this
love
bring
that song.
flashbacks to fucking like jazz history?
Yup.
Oh my god, I have not been wearing the headphones this whole
I love
time.
all that shit.
Hey man, jazz is just syphilis.
And I wish I could play blues guitar. Like if I could play blues guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Like Joe Bonamassa. That
Have
dude.
you ever
My
heard
dad
of?
used to watch him all the time.
That dude is a
I got
god.
super into this band. I don't know if you've heard of them, Zeal and Ardor.
Yes.
Yeah, they're like blues mixed with like black metal. It's
Yeah,
pretty
they're
sick.
fucking sick.
Yeah.
Leonardo is cool. I could listen to blues all day.
That's
I will-
one I have like. It's like a love and hate because like I started incorporating it with that one riff I put on for a video. What I wanted to include with intermission for our pop punk project, and it's like I include it because I love like the pull offs and hammer-ons and like the bending that blues uses. So that's what I started incorporating with like the pop punk and like even with thrash and stuff. But thrash usually uses some blues riffs here and there. So.
So so just a quick confession, I have a very soft spot for lounge music.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
don't
mean,
be
I think
ashamed.
we know
I'm not
that,
ashamed
dude.
of anything I listen to.
Fucking
This podcast is a non-shaming zone. Like,
Excellent.
Just admit
I listen
everything.
to Disney music, bro. I listen to all of it, bro. I love that shit.
Admit
we were
everything.
just talking
Connor,
about this.
tell us everything. Tell us
Except
your
country.
social security, your credit card number, all that. Whatever you want to say, it's perfectly
No shame. No shame.
no shame here.
Nah, but yeah, we were just talking about that too earlier because I listen to everything. Like I can
Oh, I
go
thought you were
from
going somewhere else with that.
no, like I can go from listening to like Katy Perry and Justin Timberlake. Like those
Yeah,
are my
dude.
favorite pop singers.
Nice.
For some reason, like I just really like Katy Perry's voice and I really like Justin Timberlake's
Do you
voice.
listen to Anderson .Paak?
Yes. Yes.
That man, smooth. Oh my god, smooth like butter.
Yeah.
That dude is amazing. If you guys haven't listened to Anderson .Paak, ooh,
I haven't.
you
I
gotta
have not
listen to
either.
him.
But
his,
the
his
routes-
voice is just like. He's got this raspy voice that's just like one of a kind. It's amazing.
The route I thought Eddie was going, because I mentioned credit card number, I thought he was going to tell a story about his debit card
Oh, yeah.
being stolen to use for a RuneScape.
I'll tell that story.
Hey, that's a good buy though.
Yeah, this is
That's a good steal.
I'll buy all your girlfriends with Eddie's money.
yeah, this is a good story real quick. This happened last week. So I was chilling at the house.
recent? Oh,
Yeah,
God,
I
what
was
the
chilling
fuck
at
was
the
that?
house and I get a text
Said
from
last
Chase.
week.
Okay.
I get a text from Chase saying that they were suspicious of some fraud charges. Was this you? And I was like, I go on there, and it said some website, and I was like, this ain't me. So I researched it more, and it said the developers of RuneScape. So I was like, what? So when I went on my Chase app, it told me what the charges were for. They were all RuneScape charges for $20, and there was 23 of them.
Oh my god.
23 transactions, all for $20 RuneScape.
Oh my.
If you're gonna steal somebody's
$460.
credit card information, why would you use it on something that fucking stupid?
I know.
Buy a TV
Yeah,
like a normal
yeah,
person.
like-
but it's like-
steals money.
If you think about video game currency, they have like $5 option, $10 option, $20 option. It goes all the way up to $100 usually. So if they were gonna spend that much, why didn't they just do the $100 ones?
True.
They just did like 23 transactions
of the
$20
I think it's
ones.
because the RuneScape developers didn't think anyone was going to spend money like that on their game. Because
Dude,
like
just do a
RuneScape is the
prepaid
most
Visa and then cash it out at the ATM.
RuneScape is the most fun, pointless game there
Fucking
is.
dude, RuneScape consumed my life for a good minute. Like for at least 3 years of my life, it consumed me.
Yeah,
and I was
it's-
on that shit all the time.
You're
I'd
just
be on the
chopping
phone.
down
I'd be on the
trees.
phone with my fucking cousin the whole time, bro. Just like, okay, bro, where you want to go? We're at fucking Lumbridge. Okay, let's go to Lumbridge. Let's go to Varrock, bro. Yeah, dude, it was nuts. And then I begged my parents to give me a membership so I could go into the extra side of the map because it was like free members only had access to half of the map.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
and became a
didn't
member.
know that.
They would give you access to like the member side and shit. So I finally fucking became a member, and they let me. It was like $5 a month.
See, I didn't
Dude,
get
I was
that.
living.
I
Know
didn't
your
get that
place,
far.
trash.
I didn't get that far because my parents, like, I had to play that game secretly because they knew I was playing with like other people on that game.
Ah,
Because my childhood friends grew up with it, and my mom was friends with their mom. So, like, she was telling them, oh, yeah, I have them playing RuneScape and stuff. And then my parents weren't very fond of it. So I had to secretly play it. Like, I remember getting up at, like, 5 a.m. and going into the computer room to secretly play RuneScape.
Is
And
that
I would-
because of the Jehovah's Witness thing, or was that just a parent thing?
I think that was part of it because they were kind of going, like, hardcore at that point. But, like, I think they just didn't want a child talking to different people in general. So
it's
even
sketchy.
even when I got my Wii, I remember even when I got my
Wow.
Wii, they were sketchy about that too. Even though there was fucking friend codes, you had to use actual friend codes to get like a friend. It's not like Xbox or PC or whatever. You can just randomly talk to people. It was a friend code, and my dad was still sketchy about that. But once I got him hooked on Mario Kart, it was game over.
Mario Kart's like, that's the goat.
That-
Mario
that was
Party.
the-
oh,
I love screwing
shit.
people
Mario
over.
Party ends friendships, bro.
Oh, bro, I remember there was one time where I was down low and I was like, fuck, man, I'm not gonna win this game. I was a little bitch about it too, and I was like, fuck this game, bro, this shit sucks, and everyone's laughing, and then you know those bonus stars you get at the end? I got
Right.
like 3 of them or something. I won that shit, and everyone's like, wow, look at the crybaby got the fucking win. And I'm just like, yeah, let's go, fuck
Dude,
you guys.
that's still not as bad as what happened to me. I don't know if I think you were there. No, I know you were there. I think you were actually the one that took my shit. But what
Wait,
happened
what
was
happened?
so what happened was like it's Mario Party 6 back when it was like
Oh
gruesome.
shit!
And like Thomas was there too, and I was in first place with all these stars and all these coins, and like the dice thing rolled. It's like, oh, let's look who's in last place, and it was like Corey at the time, or I don't know who it was, but then it like spun to see what it takes, and it took it took everything from me. It took I think it took my stars and my coins, and it put me immediately in 4th place. It was fucking gruesome.
That's so bad.
And I'm like, what is this shit?
You
dude?
gotta love that feeling though when you walk by the fucking whoever sells that fucking where you can buy your way to steal a star. When you come
Oh,
around
yeah.
that corner and you're just like, ooh,
It
I
depends
got
on
the
which,
coin, bro. I'm coming after you. And you steal some star, bro, and they get pissed. That's just the best.
Depends on which one, because it like on ours it's the chomp guys.
Oh yeah, true.
You ride those things and it
Yep.
like takes stars.
Yeah, that sucks.
Oh good fuck.
Yeah, that game ends friendships. So does Mortal Kombat. So does
Mortal.
oh, it ends friendships in my world. That's for sure.
Well,
We're
because
very
like you can
competitive with-
spam shit.
Or like fucking Injustice, same thing. Ends
Oh
friendships.
shit!
It's the
Injustice.
same thing,
Yep.
but with superheroes.
Wait, what's that fighting game you have, Jacob?
I always played Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur. Thank you.
Who's your all around? Who's your guys' favorite superhero and villain of all time?
Oh,
You can
no.
go first, Eddie. If
Like,
you
is it-
have one.
Is it just here?
DC Marvel. Let's go DC Marvel.
So can it like
You can have
hero and superhero?
like, hero and villain.
Well, I'm just saying like because there's superheroes and there's also heroes that
Oh,
don't
you're
use
right,
powers.
you're right.
Yeah.
Ooh, fuck! You made it complicated.
I'm just saying because Batman's not a superhero. He's just
a
a hero.
hero.
Yeah, a vigilante, as they say.
Let's just go in a general. They
Okay.
count. They count as
Well, I already
but
got
they're
my
in the same
answers
category.
anyways.
I had my answers
Okay.
anyways too in the DC Marvel.
So for
realm.
me, my hero would be Arrow, and that's recent. That's
Get the
because of
fuck outta
that's
here.
because of the show. I got super invested into the
show's not
show,
even good.
and it made me really love Arrow. And then I started researching more about the character and like reading the comics and shit. I really like Arrow. For villain, it's got to be Deathstroke.
Hell yeah.
Deathstroke, Deathstroke is pretty cool. I just remember
Deathstroke's
him from the-
Slade.
You're talking about just strictly from the animated Teen Titans, right? Or no?
No, not necessarily. Just Deathstroke in general. Like even in the Batman game he was in, oh, it was fucking sick.
Which Batman game?
I think it was.
Was it Night?
Arkham Origins, I think.
Origins? It was Origins.
No,
wasn't
no, it wasn't Origins.
it? No,
Was
no,
it?
because Origins is.
Origins was the worst one.
Yeah, it wasn't that one. Was it?
It
Yeah,
might have
it was
been
Origins.
Knights.
That was the last one I played. I, knew
I
that.
thought it was
Arkham
Knight.
Knights was the last one
Arkham
out.
Knight was the most recent one, but the last one I played was Arkham Origins, and Deathstroke was in it.
Really?
Yep.
He was the worst.
Oh,
That was the
you're right.
worst game.
You're right. I remember that.
Yeah.
But either way,
'Cause it wasn't made by
Deathstroke is my
Rocksteady.
dude. That's my dude.
Yeah,
Well,
he's badass.
I hate to end it on a cliffhanger, but we ran out of time again.
Oh shit.
We will be back
That
with
is
everyone
part two.
else's favorite hero and villain.
Yeah, stay tuned for everyone's favorite hero and villain.
Thanks for joining us for this lovely episode of SKUMCAST. Be sure to stay tuned for our next episode as well as like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell if you want to stay up to date with all of our content. Thank you for listening, you scumbags.